Welcome back, everybody, to Elder Scrolls Online with Walks the Storm. We are currently standing outside the Davenport Watchway Shrine, but it occurs to me that I did forget to do one thing yesterday. So if we hit enter, we'll bring up our chat, but we'll also bring up our messages and our notifications and what friends are online. I have 23 unread messages. Now, when you go into Cyrodiil, you will undertake a whole bunch of stuff, as you saw in the last couple of episodes. But you do get rewards for doing that, and they are sent to you in your mail at the end of your session. Usually you can get them while you're still there, but in Vengeance, you have to come out of the campaign for that to actually work. So basically, rewards for the worthy are what you get for participating in Cyrodiil. Walks the Storm, Grand Warlord Zimmeron extends warmest greetings. He's grateful for your part in our efforts in Cyrodiil. He extends you this gift and trusts you will continue to fight for the Pact. Dreet Wulm, scribe to Warlord Zimmeron. Now, so you just basically click on that. Down the bottom you have the option to delete, take attachments, or take all systems. You also have the option to delete after claim automatically, which I have ticked. So that's why my mail will disappear once I accept the attachments. In player mail, it doesn't do that, which is nice. So what we're going to do is we're just going to very quickly hit E for all of these. We got a bunch of reward boxes. And then we're going to open them and you guys can see. I do have my head over my chat. Yes, very good. So you guys can see what's inside. That I know, hate drama. Let's not look at it. Let's focus on these. So we're going to go to make it easy to open all these boxes without, because if I open one, okay, and I take all. Oh no, it does keep them at the top now. Oh, that's a nice change. It actually puts these up the top. So what I want to do is I don't want to have these when I want to click on boxes. So I'm going to go to consumables. I'm going to go down to this tab, containers. And okay, so transmutation geode will give you transmute crystals. They're kind of handy when you want to make stuff. And as you can see, we're getting a lot of these sets that make it much easier. We'll have a look at what some of those do in a minute. For those of you who are curious, these are their PvP sets. So bear with me. All I'm doing is pressing E, then pressing R. And because I have it in containers, all I'm getting are containers. So all of this stuff is going in my inventory, but I'm not seeing it because I'm in containers. Because I want to make my life a little easier when I have this many containers to unpack. Oh my gosh. So we're getting a lot of the Black Feather set. That was an Amulet of Shared Pain. That's a Siege Master's Girdle. Black Flight we're getting as well. Arcade's Charity we're getting. This is from Zenithar's package. I forget what we got this one for, but hey, probably for crafting. No, we didn't do crafting. Right, that's something we have to do in a minute. There we go. What? My inventory is full. It wouldn't be if you let me open the parcel. Alright, so to ameliorate my inventory problems, I can just learn the recipes I don't know. But because I am running a crafter, like I'm running 2 crafters. 2 up. Look, all my characters end up being crafters. So what I do is I designate one crafter as the main crafter. And when I get new recipes for any of my other characters, I wander off to the bank. I think it's in this direction in Davon's Watch. I've not spent a lot of time here yet. There it is. And actually it's right next to 2 other buildings that we need. So that's pretty good. So let's toddle in here to the Uverran bank. We're going to just drop off as soon as I can. Right, now we can talk to Fennis Thorano.
Would you care to make a deposit?
I would care to make a deposit, mate. That's awesome. Okay, you will always end up in the withdraw section of your bank when you open it. Make sure you switch to deposit, otherwise you'll end up trying to put stuff in a very full backpack and your backpack won't be happy with you. Grab your consumables thing, wander down here because we only want to see recipes and we don't want to go looking for them. So we click on our recipes tab and we just grab all of these and pull them out. Now before I go any further, I'm just going to grab this. Holy snap and dooley. We have a lot to deconstruct. We're going to go back into our consumables. We're going to go over here because those gold... Where are we? Oh, no we're not. We're going to go back into our box because I haven't unpacked the gold thing yet. Unpack our Zenithar's bounty. Nice. Unpack our Sublime Parcel. Very nice. Now, the thing with these things is they are account-wide. So it is. Okay, if you read it, it says grants an outfit style collectible. Once used, the outfit style is available to all characters on your account. Outfit styles can be used at an outfit station to customize your appearance. So we're going to use that because it doesn't matter if this character uses it because my main crafter will still get it. Alrighty, there we go. Beautiful. So that's that style done. However, you'll notice it is only the style for the braces, which means we only get... It's a signature style, so we only get the braces. So far, we have Knowledge Eater gloves, and now we have Zenithar's Blacksmith braces. Okay. Let's go fix this backpack problem, and while we're doing it, we're going to fix a couple of other things as well. So, if you recall correctly, and I'm sure you will do, one of the activities for which you can get a Sublime Parcel is your crafting writs, your first crafting writ of the day, or the first master writ of each of the crafts per day per account. Now, this character is nowhere near having master writs, so our only alternatives for extra boxes in this campaign are do the main quest every day, which we're about to go do, and do crafting writs every day. And seeing as she's not in a guild, she can't team up with a guildmate in order to earn boxes by being teamed with a guildmate. So she actually misses out on the chance to get multiple boxes, which is a shame. We are looking for Danel Telleno in here. That's Rudrasa, because Danel is going to teach us something about crafting. Let's talk to the lovely Danel.
You're here for crafting certification.
I absolutely am.
Fear not. Your alliance covers my considerable fees.
Ooh.
If you can prove your basic competence, I'll certify you so you may fulfill crafting writs.
That would be wonderful. I saw the notice. How do crafting writs work?
Crafting writs are daily requests for crafted goods.
I love the way you're speaking so slowly.
You must be a certified crafter to fulfill them. Prove you know what you're doing, and I'll certify you.
All right. Tell me what you can certify.
I'm authorized to train and certify provisioners, alchemists, and enchanters. If this interests you, we should begin immediately.
I want to know more about the crafts you certify.
Certainly. Please specify.
What do provisioners make?
Food and drink. Anything that warms the belly, reinvigorating body and mind. If you choose to learn this art, I will impart the culinary knowledge I acquired over the course of decades.
Oh, awesome. How about alchemy? What does an alchemist make?
Potions of all kinds. The subtle art of mixing reagents can produce rather unsubtle effects.
And what can enchanters make?
Glyphs to empower weapons, armor, and jewelry with magical properties. I can teach you how to wreath your axe with flames, or give cloth robes the strength of iron.
Awesome. All right, I've got it.
I suppose I should mention Milleneth. She certifies blacksmiths, clothiers, and woodworkers, if you're into that sort of thing. But that's uncharitable of me. She's a true master of the material crafts.
No snobbery there. No, I want you to certify me first, then I'll go speak with her.
Good. We should begin while things are busy for neither of us.
I know, I can see him inundated with wannabe crafters. Okay.
There is much more I can teach you. What else do you hope to learn from me?
Mate, we haven't begun the learning. How about you teach me about provisioning certification?
A provisioner condenses the essence of ingredients into food or drink. A true artist balances palate with nutrition. I can share this noble profession, but I can only certify one craft at a time. Understood?
I understand. I want to be certified as a provisioner.
Provisioning is a rewarding yet grueling profession. Gruel, you see. I am capable of levity, on occasion.
And of explaining his
First,
jokes.
you'll need
Oh
a
dear.
recipe and some ingredients. Then you shall roast a pig.
Do I have to cook a roast pig if I'm already a skilled provisioner?
I know who you are. I know every competitor.
Ooh.
I merely wondered if you were humble enough to learn from a master. Well, are you?
I could say no, certify me as a provisioner, but let's go. All right, I'll look for the recipe.
I keep an old rival's recipe nearby. Go, find and memorize it. Return to me when you have done so.
Where else can I find recipes?
Provisioners are quite secretive, but all is fair in brews and stews. Some provisioners hide recipes in old drawers or shelves, thinking themselves clever. Better to memorize the recipe. Then others cannot possibly learn your secrets.
Is there anywhere I can purchase recipes?
Should coin be of no issue to you, guilds often sell such items in their guild stores. You may also trade with an ally if they have any excess.
Absolutely, you can trade with an ally. One of the things I like to do with friends and people I play with is to actually see if they need any of the spare recipes I've got. Because I'm not in a guild for trading, so. Oh my gosh. Alrighty, let's chat with Danel again. We found his recipe. Let's also go into our Jafer journal, go to crafting, go to provisioner certification. That should make our life a little easier.
Return to me when you learn the recipe. Commit it to memory, then we'll speak of ingredients.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Recipe, E to learn. Speak of ingredients.
Roast pig is an easy recipe to learn, but difficult to master.
I had a successful hunt. What's my next step? That's right, we've killed pork before.
Now,
Also,
the
we found it
moment
in
of truth.
dungeons.
Go to a cooking
I hope
pot
that was
with your
pork.
ingredients and follow the recipe. Return to me with the results, so your worth as a cook may be judged.
If I run out of ingredients, where can I find some more?
Barrels, sacks of grain, kitchens, of course. It's food, it's simply around. Find what you need.
Not for everyone,
and take it.
mate. All right. Hi, Louis. I love seeing other players in the game. It makes it so much more fun. Okay. Out to Davon's Watch. Where are we going? We're going to go cook a meal. And actually, the inn is a great place. See this big tankety thing up here on a flag? Tells you there's an inn. And where there's an inn, there's usually a cooking fire close by. Sometimes there's one in the guild that you're in as well, but that's okay. Now, is the cook in here? Yes, in here in this particular section. There's a book. Let's read the book. Donnellan Bakes. Alrighty, let's do some cooking. And we shall craft a roast pig. We're already at level 15 in provisioning. I'm not quite sure what I did to get there. No doubt I cooked something. Now the nice thing about some of the changes they've made is now when you finish doing the crafting part of the certification, you don't have to run all the way back to the Fighters or Mages Guild to talk to your trainer. You can actually turn around. They're usually somewhere very close by. In this case, Danel has followed us down to, no doubt, to watch out and judge our technique. Let's chat with him.
Bring me your culinary creation so I might inspect it. I'll determine whether or not you deserve certification.
It's right here. Eat up.
Interesting scent. Do I detect a hint of Wamasu?
You better
No,
not.
that can't be right. Not how I do it, of course, but interesting enough to pass certification.
I like my cooking's
You may now
interesting.
fulfill provisioning writs. Keep your pots warm and your ladle clean.
Absolutely.
Your command of the crafts is impressive, but not yet in totality. I am still capable of instructing you.
Yes, but are you willing to teach me enchanting certification?
Enchanters harness the possibility of runes, transforming them into the certainty of glyphs. I'll teach you, but I can only focus on one certification at a time.
Oh,
Is this
really?
agreeable?
Yes, I want to be certified as an enchanter.
Potency, essence, and aspect. All beneath the stars bear these component concepts. When combined, they form glyphs, which add enchantments to items. First, you'll find these component runes. Then I will have you create a glyph.
I need to create a glyph to be certified?
Absolutely, for such is the essence of enchanting. Runes of potency, essence, and aspect are the fundamental components of glyphs. Collect one of each variety before you return.
You know what? I already have the runes you're talking about.
We begin at the enchanting table. There you will combine a rune of potency,
The
essence,
square
and
ones.
aspect. This simple
And
puzzle
essence.
forms a glyph.
Yes.
Now go, piece them together.
I'll go craft that rune then. So, essence of the square ones.
Could I get a Sujama over here?
You can get a good clip under the ear if you don't speak nicely to the waitress. Radio. We're going to go find the enchanting table. Now, down in... If you're new and you don't know where to go, just pop open your map. And if you have a look, you'll see these particular symbols. So here will tell you where the traders are, but we're actually going to go over here. You can see that there's an outfit station here. That's the swirly thing. You have... This is Artisan's Row. And if you hover over it with your mouse... I don't know what to do with your controller, but with your mouse, if you hover over it, it will actually light up all of the different crafting things in this area. So that's all in this area here. I have been to Davon's Watch a few times, have a few EP characters. I like playing them, as you can see. I still get lost here because it's not my favorite city for crafting. It's a little bit spread out. So this is where your outfit station is, okay? Swirly symbol. Outfit station right down the back where all those people are gathered, making themselves look pretty. Right. I know, hush now. I'm looking for enchanting. I'm looking for, If you're looking for enchanting, it's the crystally banner that you'll see. So we'll toddle in there and we'll go and do our thing now. Like I said, once upon a time you would have had to have run back all the way back to the Mages Guild to get your next thing. But now you can see young Danel here is waiting for us, which is rather nice of him. Enchanting table. Alrighty. Do I have any to destruct? No. Okay. You can either do it this way. Alright. And if you do, and you actually have all the glyphs, it'll have this little arrow here, and it'll highlight each one. Or you can go through them by one at a time, which can sometimes make your search a little bit shorter sometimes. Now, if you remember, we did all of that working out of what the meanings were on the glyphs with this character before we started. I must have double tapped that one. So we have no problems actually putting them in. But if you have a look down here, some of these have question marks. If you hadn't learnt all of them, you would have had to guess or follow the directions in the quest. Let us artcraft. And pivot and wander over to Danel. Hi, Danel.
Craft a glyph using a rune of potency, essence, and aspect. Return when you have forged intent into form.
Form accomplished. I have the glyph right here.
You should attach it to an item so you can see the enchantment's effects. You are now certified to fulfill enchanting writs. May you unravel the secrets of Nirn.
Ooh, thank you.
Your command of the crafts is impressive, but not yet in totality. I am still capable of instructing you.
Well, how about you tell me more about alchemy certification?
Alchemists are masters of the elixir. They trap magic in a bottle for later use. But I can only certify you in one discipline at a time. If this is agreeable, we can begin your training.
All right, I want to be certified as an alchemist.
As with master chefs, every alchemist must assemble the right components before crafting a special concoction. Are you so capable? We shall see. I require you to locate a solvent and some reagents. Then you shall craft me a potion.
I need it to create a potion to be certified. Of course you
Yes,
do, girl.
every alchemical mixture requires a solvent, a pure liquid base, and reagents such as herbs and flowers. Now go, find a solvent and some reagents. Once you have what you need, return to me.
All right, I'm very familiar with alchemy already.
I know your skill. I can smell the potency of your elixirs from here, yet I wondered if an accomplished alchemist such as yourself would be humble enough to learn from a master.
I
So,
am, but it's not
are
giving
you?
me the option in game. I want you to certify me. All right, we're learning from a master. Enchanting table, jewelry crafting table. All right, we need to go find the alchemy table. Let's go.
That's not right.
Oh no, someone's about to blow up their lab. Okay, this should be alchemy, the fragrant fungus. Well, and we're looking for the alchemy table under the banner. There's a lot of visual cues in this game that help you navigate it. Oh, right. Wait, did he just certify me? Danel, where'd you go?
Feels like I've been at this forever.
He might have just certified me. No, Alchemist. Oh, I need to go talk to him. Is he still in here? Where'd he go? No, he went back. Okay, so I guess. So the reason we're not having to make a potion is this. We'll just go into our K for skills. And we will go down to craft. And we'll go to alchemy, which is already at level 14. Let's go. You know what else we need to do while we're here? We need to join the Fighters Guild. Firstly, because there is a Fighters Guild skill line that we need to unlock. But secondly, or Mages Guild, sorry, and for the same reasons, Mages Guild skill line. Secondly, because there's a skill that's very handy. Uh-oh, I broke it. All right, let me just, That's the first time that's happened with this quest. Let's go see if he's back. Oh, well, that's a shame. Because I don't think I can pick up the other certification quest while doing it. Let me just go out and then back in, and if that doesn't work, I'll log out and then I'll log back in, and we'll see if the quest fixes itself. He could still be, you know what? He could still be in the Enchanting Guild waiting for us. Yes, that's a very, very misguiding quest marker. Let's ignore it and toddle back to the Enchanting Guild. Because I think Mr. Telleno is all the way back there. We'll go this way. Alrighty. I know. Sometimes your quest markers get a little bit confused. And that means we get a little bit confused. Let's see if he's still in the Singing Shards. No. Alrighty, you know what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to have to log out and log back in. Alright, he is definitely still not here, so we're going to have to run all the way back. Okay, and he didn't duck in over here. No, awkward bunny. Rightio, let's go find him. So hopefully he's back at the Mages Guild, or I may have to abandon that quest and just restart it, which is not hard to do.
You don't regard them as upstart amateurs?
But it's just irritating. Here we go. I've never had that happen before with him. Alrighty. Alright. Fine, we'll abandon that quest. Right. We're going to have to go find him again to get our alchemy certification, as annoying as that is. Oh, but wait. We are in the Mages Guild, and I don't think we've joined it yet. Let me just check. J, K for skills. We have no guild skills. Let's go. Alright, who are you? You're Rudrasa. Oh. You awkward bunny. Let's get certified for alchemy.
Your command of the crafts is impressive, but not yet.
Tell me about alchemy.
Alchemists are masters of the elixir.
And please
They
certify me.
As with master chefs, Every
Oh,
alchemist
I need to
must
make a
assemble
potion?
the right... Yes. Every alchemical mixture
You know I'm really
requires a
familiar with
solvent,
alchemy
a
already.
pure... I know your skill.
And I'd like you to certify me.
Very well.
Boom.
You remind me of a former apprentice. You show promise in every discipline I certify. Perhaps you seek to challenge my position as thrice accredited master craftsman.
I would never dare.
If
I'm
so,
going...
Millenith offers blacksmith, clothier, and woodworking certification. I last saw her at the local fighters guild.
Oh, thank you. I have a few questions, though.
Certainly. Please specify.
How did you become a master crafter?
Decades ago, before all the trouble, I was a renowned chef in Cyrodiil. I had engaged an exclusive contract to provide the Mages Guild in their travels, providing food and drink that wouldn't spoil when carried through portals.
How did you learn enchanting and alchemy?
Broiling fish, forging glyphs, or mixing potions. It's all recipes and ingredients. I proved the theory when I joined the ranks of the Mages Guild. Mastered both crafts within 3 years. Not that I'm bragging.
Of course not. Thank you for your time. Alright, now we are looking for... I was pretty sure it was Kurinare. Or, we'll find her in a minute.
I'll have his heart.
Someone's annoyed. We might not want to go poke that particular bear. Alright, I'm going to go talk to Rudrasa. I didn't think it was Rudrasa though. So if it's a prologue quest, we're going to abandon it.
Honor to you, Sarah.
Ah, no it is.
Welcome to the Mages Guild Hall. I realize that our presence here in the temple is unconventional, but I'm afraid that our former hall was raised just recently. One does what one must, yes? Have you come seeking membership?
The Mages Guild?
Yes, of course. We're lawkeepers across the face of Tamriel. Guild members seek out books, tomes, and ancient scrolls in their travels.
And we find a few
Why
of
don't
those.
you speak with me for a moment? Perhaps you'd like to join.
Yes, let's talk about the Mages Guild.
It's a pleasure to speak with another knowledge seeker. Guildmaster Vanis will be pleased.
What can you tell me about the Mages Guild?
We're book hunters of a sort. We seek out new information, capture it in our libraries, and make copies for distribution across Tamriel. The Guild doesn't care about battlefields or boundaries, just knowledge and the acquisition of new tomes.
You're not affiliated with the Ebonheart Pact.
We are neutral in the war between the three alliances. While many of us here in Davon's Watch hold true to the Dragon Banner, when we're on guild business we kneel to no king or queen. That's why you'll see members of every race in our halls.
You mentioned a Guildmaster Vanis?
Vanis Galarian, one of the founding members of this august body, still holds the proud title of Guildmaster, overseeing every guild hall in Tamriel.
Wow, busy man.
He works with other ranking members such as Tellinger, the Artificer, to ensure our future success.
And what do I get in return?
We provide training in unique spells and abilities only available to members, and from time to time projects crop up for those with an adventuresome spirit. You may end up working with the Guildmaster himself.
Wow. I'm ready to join the Mages Guild.
Excellent. Welcome to the Mages Guild. I suggest you begin by talking to Velast, our mistress of Incanabula. She's in the stacks on the floor below, and often has tasks for new recruits. Good luck.
Thank you. Alright, we won't go and bother Velast right now, but now that we have joined the Mages Guild, let's go K for Skills. Guild for our new guild. Mages skill line, we have 3 skill points. We were saving one for this one, Persuasive Will, which will give us more options in some of our questing and dialogues. We're going to unlock that. Alright, off to the Fighters Guild, where we are going to do very much the same. We're going to go get certified for crafting, for our crafting writs, and we're going to join the Fighters Guild. Now, if I can just remember where they hid this one. Oh, over here. So the Fighters Guild, if you're ever in town looking for one, you go to your map and you look for the sword. Okay, so that's it here. That will be your Fighters Guild. If you're looking for the Mages Guild, you look for this little swirly symbol-y thing here, and that will be your Mages Guild. So any town, that's how you find them, without having to run around in endless loops like a headless chicken.
No. Most of the... I drank beer.
Alrighty. Might as well go through the gate. That wall looks a little bit too tall to hop. Alright, up here. Into, see, Fighters Guild. The big sword on the flag.
I'll need a new blade before I go into the field again.
Talk to Hilan, the Hall Steward.
3 keep you, traveller. Welcome to the Davon's Watch Guild Hall.
Guild?
The Fighters Guild. Have you come to join our worthy crusade?
Sure.
We have a new guildmaster and a new singular purpose.
Right.
Why don't we talk about it for a moment?
Sounds good. Let's talk about the Fighters Guild.
Good, good. I know we'll be drawing blades together soon enough.
Right.
Now, what can I tell you?
You mentioned a singular purpose?
Right. Sees All Colors here is our new guildmaster. She has us all hunting down the Daedra and their dark anchors. You might have seen them. Enormous chains fall from the sky. Plagues of Daedra boil out to lay waste to the countryside.
What happened to the old guildmaster?
Guildmaster Jofnir passed away recently, and very suddenly. We always thought he'd die with a blade in his hand, but he passed in his sleep, called to Sovngarde by his ancestors. We all miss him, but Colors has proven to be a very able leader.
You're not part of the Pact military?
No, our blades are in service to the Guild. We're neutral in the war between the 3 alliances. Some of us follow the Dragon Banner and King Yoren, of course, but every race, every creed, belongs under the Guild Hall's roof.
And, what do I get in return?
Smart question. We train our members in special techniques, and the higher-ups are always looking for motivated members to help with special projects. You never know when the Council will come looking for more hands.
All right, well, I'm ready to join the Fighters Guild.
Then welcome to the family, as an associate of the Fighters Guild. Get out there and take the fight to the Daedra. Sees All Colors herself often has tasks for new recruits. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Okay, thank you, I will. Later. Much, much later.
There's an urgent task for you.
No, there's not. We're looking for Milaneth, who's up here. All right.
Let me know if you have some time. I can train and certify you in something else.
Really? Tell me more about Blacksmith Certification.
Prove you know your way around a forge and I'll certify you.
Right.
But you have to commit. I can only train 1 discipline at a time.
I want to be certified as a blacksmith.
I want you to craft a simple iron dagger. First you'll mine some iron ore, then refine the ore into iron ingots. You'll use those ingots to make the dagger.
You'll certify me if I make an iron dagger?
Yes. You have to prove you know your way around the blacksmithing station. Those are the rules. For now, bring me an armload of iron ore. Once you're back, you'll refine them into iron ingots.
I already have enough iron ore.
Bring the iron ore to a blacksmithing station. If you have enough, you can refine them into iron ingots. Really put your back into it. When you have iron ingots, return to me.
Actually, I have some iron ingots as well. What should I do next?
Go to the blacksmithing station and craft an iron dagger. Nothing fancy. You shouldn't need more than 2 iron ingots. Oh, and you'll need a style material. You can purchase them from any blacksmith, or scavenge them yourself if you're thrifty.
I'll go make that dagger then. Alrighty, so remember when we're running through dungeons and I'm pulling little stones, moonstones, and different things out of chests because others have left them behind? Well, that is pretty much what I'm doing. I'm picking up style materials, so I've got a choice of styles. We'll wander over here to the not-so-crowded blacksmithing station. So, if you had not already made your thing, try pressing the right button, you would come down in your first column for refining. You would hit iron ore and R to refine it, and that would make you your iron ingots. It also will give you a little bit of XP. After that, well, actually we're going to be doing some deconstructing, so I won't jump into that yet. Let's go to creation. We're going to ignore crown mimic stones. I do have 14 of them from various rewards and whatnot, and Zenithar's packages and so on and so forth. They're pretty useful to get. We're going to make ourselves something. So we have a quest over here, Blacksmith Certification, craft an iron dagger. We go over here, it tells us what column we should be on. And then we click on the arrow until we get to the dagger. Make sure that's in this column. When you have more than one material, you have a whole row of them, and you may need to use an arrow key to arrow across to them. We only have one style that we know right now. We will fix that. And it's our Argonian style, and we have no traits that we know, so we're going to have to fix that too. We'll get to that in a minute. Iron Dagger. Let us craft one by hitting R. Now, Milaneth has very kindly toddled down here to the forge to assist us.
Craft an iron dagger. You'll need some iron ingots and a style material. You can buy those from any blacksmith if you can't find them yourself.
I have it right here.
The trick is the style material, but I'm sure you know that.
I figured it out. What more would you have me do?
Next is deconstruction. You learn a lot when you break something into parts, even more so when it's someone else's work.
This is true.
Go deconstruct your dagger, or anything else really, as long as you do it at a blacksmithing station.
How is deconstruction useful to me?
You'll regain some components, of course, but the real trick is to deconstruct another crafter's work. You can learn far more by disassembling someone else's material than your own.
And what is deconstruction?
It's a fancy way to say take something apart. The term originally came from Altmer poetry critiques. High elves consider their physical crafts to be forms of poetry, so it stuck. You can't know what a sword is, only what it's not, and so forth.
I love the way she says that. Alrighty. I was going to say something. I've completely forgotten what it is now. Never mind. Let's go to our blacksmithing station, which we will use, and we'll go to deconstruct, which is our second tab along. Before I deconstruct anything, you will notice that a lot of these new items we've got have got a little magnifying glass over it, which means that we can research them. Ah, that's what I was going to do. So we're going to go into our research tab, and we're going to research whichever one comes along. Alright, the Tracker's Lash Axe. Okay. Before I go any further, however, we're going to go into K for skills. We're going to go down to Guild. We're going to go into Fighter's Guild. We're going to grab this passive ability, Intimidating Presence. Boom. There we go. Okay, now is there anything else I want to save up a skill point for? I mean, I've got some nice skills here already. Ooh, accelerated growth. Oh wow, that looks pretty good. We are building a healer, right? And we are using green balance because Warden has some beautiful healing skills. Glacial Presence increases your chance to apply the chilled status by 125% and increases its damage. So I mean, there is a lot here that I want to develop. But we'll go, for the sake of argument, we'll go into craft, go into blacksmithing. Alright, I haven't unlocked it yet, so there you go. Down here is a skill called metallurgy, and each of the crafts has a skill that does the same thing. This will allow you to research an additional item, up to a total of 3 items. It also will decrease your research time, which is kind of cool. Alright, well, seeing as I can't do that, I will go back into green balance, and I will spend my point on accelerated growth. Rightio. Oh, we were going to deconstruct a few things. Right, so we have all of our researching slots are full. Now, when you first start out, it's really tempting to keep everything that you don't know a trade on in your backpack. You don't need to do that. You will eventually come across those traits multiple times over. Your research time is such that there's no point in waiting. Otherwise, you will end up with a bag full of stuff that will really wreck your day when you're trying to gather stuff and do other things. So let's not do that. Let's go to, now you have weapons, go across to apparel. Pretty much do the same thing in apparel. We were going to look at those before we destroyed them. Oh, my bad. We'll have to go back into Cyrodiil and get some more. Alright, let's have a quick chat with Milaneth.
You certainly know your way around a forge. You're a blacksmith, and let none tell you otherwise.
You'll also note, coming up on the screen now, we've got sets updated and things being collected. So whenever you deconstruct something, it gets added to what we call your sticker book. And I'll show you what that is in a minute, if you don't already know. If you do, please bear with me. Alrighty, I am ready to be certified as a blacksmith.
Of course. I'll get you certified right away so you can fulfill blacksmith crafting writs immediately.
Thank you. Let's complete that quest.
Let me know if you have some time. I can train and certify you in something else.
I am interested in woodworking certification.
A good woodworker sees the final product before cutting the first block of wood.
They do?
But I can't teach 2 crafts at once. If you commit yourself to the training, I'll certify you.
I want to be certified as a woodworker.
I want to know if you can craft a maple bow. First, Go harvest some rough maple.
Now you'll
You'll refine
seen us
into
doing that
sanded
in the
maple
wild a
at
lot.
woodworking station. Last, you'll take the sanded maple and turn it into a maple bow.
Alright, so pretty much the same as we've done a lot of gathering in our travels, so we have already collected the maple. I by habit just refine stuff when I get into the to crafting stations, so we should have enough other mapley bits, but let's find out. You'll certify me if I craft a maple bow.
Absolutely. Bows are challenging to craft. Show me you're up to the challenge and I'll happily certify you. But first, go get me a bundle of rough maple.
I already have some rough maple.
Bring the rough maple to a woodworking station. As long as you have enough, you can refine it into sanded maple. Return to me when you've done that, and we'll talk about crafting a maple bow.
I already have some sanded maple too, actually.
Craft a maple bow at a woodworking station. You'll need sanded maple, also a style material. Scavenge them yourself, or buy a style material from a carpenter.
Alright, I'll go craft that bow then.
I prefer to work with maple. It's reliable, plentiful, rarely full of wasps.
I have the sanded maple. What do we do next?
Craft a maple bow at a woodworking station. You'll need sand.
What is a style material? Right, we know that already. So we're going to just toddle our way to the woodworking station. The woodworking station symbol is very similar to the jewelry crafting station symbol. I just have to find it. Here it is. This is a woodworking stable. This is also the Silver Guild's woodworks. Let's drop in here. Grab our rough maple. We're going to refine this anyway, so E to add it, R to refine it. That would normally have been your first step. First it would have been gathering it, showing it to Milleneth, coming over, crafting it to sanded maple, and then going through the conversation we just had. We're just going to go to creation. Just every time you start a new craft, you'll get this little box that pops up. If you haven't been in that tab before. There you go. All right, let's craft ourselves a bow. So bow is the first cab off the rank, sanded maple, and flint for our Argonian style. If you have different styles and you actually flick through them, you'll see the style of the bow change, and you can get to choose what you would like your bow to look like if you have the style material for it. Rightio, that's that. Let's go find Milleneth, who hopefully has followed us here. Here she is.
Craft a maple bow. Bring some sanded maple to a woodworking station, as well as a style material.
Right.
Carpenters sell them if you can't find any yourself.
I have the bow right here.
A good bow will get you far in life. Making good bows will get you farther.
I'm ready for the next step.
Excellent. Now we can talk about deconstruction. You grow as a woodworker when you disassemble your own creations.
Rightio, let's go. We have had that lecture before for the blacksmithing. I won't make you sit through it a second time. We are going to go deconstruct. First I'm going to go into research. I'm going to choose... Unfortunately, you can't research the same thing. All right, before we deconstruct them, have a look at the Black Feathers set. Okay, this is the Black Feather Flight set. When you have 2 items, you get 4% more healing. When you have 3, you add 1318 health. When you have 4, it's 1401 armor. And at 5, when you break free, you gain 100% movement speed for 7 seconds. This effect can occur once. So that is what happens when you have the Black Feather Flight bow set. Let us research that and destroy the bow. It will get added to our sticker book. This is important later when you want to reconstruct sets and you don't want to carry 5 million sets in your backpack. Okay, let's go over to deconstruction. Deconstruction, there we go. Alright, so Tracker's Lash is another set. This does spell damage, weapon and spell damage increases, maximum magicka, adds to your damage, and when your attack is dodged, increase your weapon and spell damage by 95 for 7 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. So that's quite a good set too. Siege Master's Focus is another set you can get from Cyrodiil, which will add to your stamina, health, and armor. And while you are using a non-ram siege weapon, you are immune to knockback and disabling effects and reduce your damage taken by 33%. It also lets you see through walls, which is absolutely magic when you have enough equipped. You have to have 5 items for that. Alrighty, so without further ado, let us destruct everything here. The little knapsack means you get more learning points from it. So there you go. Alrighty, we'll go over into apparel. Apparel is where you'll find shields. Now that we've done that, let's go chat with Milleneth again. while our sets update.
I've seen everything I need to see. You're a fine woodworker with a steady hand.
Thank you. I'm ready to be certified as a woodworker now.
Certainly. You're more than qualified to fulfill woodworking crafting writs. I'll certify you immediately.
Thank you.
There's only one more certification I can provide.
Right.
If you need training, I have time.
I'd like to know more about Clothier Certification.
If you convince me you know how to use a needle and thread, I'll certify you. However, you must commit. I can't certify two things at once.
Can you please certify me as a clothier?
Show me you can craft a pair of homespun gloves. First, you'll collect some raw jute, then return here and refine it. Finally, you'll use refined jute to make the gloves.
You'll certify me if I craft homespun gloves?
Of course. It was the first trade I studied. I'm happy to certify anyone familiar with a clothing station. Now run forth and bring me a pile of raw jute.
I already have enough raw jute.
Take the raw jute to a clothing station. If you have enough, you can easily refine it. Bring the refined jute to me when you're done, and then you'll make some homespun gloves.
Actually, I already have some refined jute as well. What should I do next?
Head to the clothing station and craft a pair of homespun gloves. You shouldn't need much refined jute. Don't forget a style material. You can purchase them from any clothier or scavenge them yourself.
I'll go make the gloves then. Alrighty. Let's go back up to the top here where we saw our clothier station. You can tell where one is because it will have the little scissors and thread thing. This one has 2 stations. We'll go down to the one less used. Raw jute is in the little pickaxe and rock column. You E to add it and R to refine it. That would have been your first step normally. We're going to go straight into creation. Just get rid of that. Actually, let me just see if I've got it out here. Right. Now back to creation. I know the little box popping up annoys me, so I get rid of it. We're going to make some nice homespun gloves for the lady. Hit R to create once you've got the gloves highlighted in the top there. And that's it. Let's go find Milaneth, who hopefully, there she is. What a nice lady.
Looking to craft some sturdy lightweight armor? War's at our doorstep.
Oh, no, not you. That's the, Where is Milaneth? Did I not craft the gloves? I did craft the gloves. Alright. Okay, this is the hunt for Milaneth. There seems to be a bug in the very last thing. Yeah, she's right beside me. She should be right beside me too. She should be about... Oh, look, you know what? Let's go here.
Looking to craft
what does a clothier do? I assume a store clothier. So basically, we're going to buy ourselves 1 flint. We don't need to, but we will buy it. Right, now that should... Alright. Holgan. Talk to Milaneth. I am trying to talk to Milaneth. Alright, we'll go past Holgan. Alright, so it looks like Milaneth didn't follow us this time. No, she stayed over here. Lady, that's very confusing.
Craft a pair of homespun gloves. You'll need refined jute and a style material. Clothiers sell those if you can't find any yourself.
I have the gloves right here.
You know, I'm a master clothier, yet I still own a pair of homespun gloves.
They're comfy.
They keep my hands warm at night. Sometimes simple is better.
Right, I'm ready for our next step.
Wonderful. Now for deconstruction.
I'll be right back. Alrighty. Deconstruction. This little tab here. Boom. Oh, wait. Are we researching anything? Well, let's not waste an opportunity to research something. That hat looks good. And we'll find an Arcade's Charity hat. Now, Arcade's Charity is another set. It's all about the magicka recovery, increasing your maximum magicka, and when you cleanse a negative effect from yourself or an ally, you restore 13 ultimate to the target. This effect can occur every 9 seconds. So that is Arcade's Charity as a set. Let's research that trait. Let's get back to our quest, and we'll deconstruct. Oh, the Lamp Knight. Okay, the Lamp Knight is another set you get from PvP. It increases your stamina, your weapon and spell damage, and it gives you 100,000 defensive penetration, which reduces your damage done by 46%. I'm not sure if that's a blessing or a curse, really. Anyway, let's destroy all of these and add them. The little symbol, which is new from the last update, lets you know that you don't have that in your collections. Get back in there. And we're going to destroy all of those. So you'll notice every time we deconstruct our ability goes up, which is how we get to such a high thing. All right, we've deconstructed that. We're going to get a whole bunch of stuff come up that tells us we've had things added to sets. Let's talk to Milaneth.
You're more than capable with needle and thread. I'll be proud to call you my colleague.
I'm ready to be certified as a clothier.
Already done. You'll now be able to fulfill clothier crafting writs, and I look forward to seeing more of your work.
All right.
Truly, I never expected to master 3 crafts.
I have a few questions.
Of course. What do you want to know?
Is there anything else I should know about crafting?
I can explain how to craft stronger items with more materials, tell you about the improvement of existing items, or discuss research and traits.
Ooh, maybe not right now, but that does sound interesting. Alrighty. Now, as you know, we've done all of that just so we can do one crafting writ. It just was easier to get them all done. And there is, actually, I have to tell you, there is one more craft we can be certified in. We might go and do that, actually. So you'll note that we only have 6 crafts here. There are 7. Let us go M for map. Let us go to the little map pin over here, locations. We are going to... Now, I've got to remember where it is. I'm pretty sure it's High Isle and Aminos. That doesn't sound right. I need to see my map. Oh, I am on my map. Let me just zap that. Not Oregon. Summerset. We need to go to Summerset. You will need to have the DLC that includes Summerset, which is DLCs. Right. I find it's better to buy the DLCs in the year packs. It's a little bit cheaper. Okay, year 2. Okay. Shadows, Horns of the Reach, year 1. Just go down here. Orsinium, Imperial City, the 4 DLC Mega Pact of Brotherhood. Year 3, Dragonbones, Magmar, Summerset. Summerset is part of the year 3 pack, or you can buy it separately. But you do need to have that DLC in order to do jewelry crafting. So let us go. M for map. Down the side under the pin you'll find locations. Let's go to Summerset. Of course. We're going to go for a run because I haven't unlocked Summerset. But we are going to show you how to get to jewelry crafting if you've never done it before. So a bit of a first for this one. This will be a slightly longer episode because I am going to do the Zenithar's challenge before the Zenithar's quest before we finish up for the day. We won't get back to the PvP, so I will complete those.
Let the cat fight those monsters. I'm getting out of
Let
here.
the cat fight
The
those
island
monsters.
sprung a leak.
Rightio.
Run.
And we're going to unkindly ignore the plight of this situation. We're actually going to follow this road out here. Let's go. And we're going to travel all the way across Summerset as fast as we can. Going to ignore all the interesting side quests. If you have time to do these quests on the way, please do them. They are fun. You will find more story. Okay, fork in the road. I think I go left. Yeah. I'm going to try very, very hard not to get you lost. I'm not going to promise not getting you lost, by the way, but that's okay. Alrighty. Let's go. Might need to catch our breath. We can't really cut across the back. It won't. It's not really conducive. There are mountains in the way. So we are going to have to kind of just move ourselves, which is good and bad. Good because we get to unlock way shrines, and bad because we have to take time to do it, and you can't do it instantly. So if you're in a hurry, just have some patience. Enjoy the scenery, actually. It's gorgeous here. This is the Russa Field Heights Way Shrine. Let's make sure we're going in the right direction. Yeah, we weren't. I am going to cut across country here. I don't like cutting across country here because there are these monsters that try to eat you. And while we can handle most of them, it just takes time. Ooh, that looks like a book down there. Let's grab that while we're here. Varieties of Faith. Let's grab Vea's Private Thoughts. Now you'll notice we're going to start actually earning some Mage's Guild points here. I am cutting across the back. We're going to have to go back down to the road though, because there's stuff that we need to do. Here we are. Alright, there's a very interesting little side quest here. I think there is also a secret achievement here.
Which one could he possibly be?
And we'll you guys can explore that. Clue, go watch a performance. I won't tell you which one. Actually, no. That's right. I remember. It's not in town. There, that's your only clue. You're going to have to explore a little bit close to the town. Alright, why don't we see if we can cut across country without dying. I think there's a way shrine over here somewhere too, which we probably want. Oh yeah, maybe cutting across wasn't a good idea. La 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 la. Alright, so what we're doing is we're heading down to where we can find jewelry certification. We are going to have to duck that way. And try not to get eaten by whelwers. Ooh, or trolls. Whoa! Oh no. They'll chase us for a bit. It'll be fine. Usually up in those tents too, I think there's some books and stuff that you might want. So if you're not in a hurry, take the time to go and beat up the monsters, like you should be doing as an adventurer. And instead of running like a scared kitten. And then now where's my way shrine ahead of me? And go find your books, and because you need to find the books in order to unlock or level up your Mage's Guild, and you definitely want to do that. So yeah, we can probably cut across a little bit this way. There's a sky shard up here too that we want to get.
Enough, Sylary. These mysterious deaths are our business to solve, not yours.
Ooh, well, there's an argument that sounds like it's worth looking into. Let's not play with the salamander. We're going to ignore Ningulden. Go around the edge here. Up to the top of Alinor, where we are also going to go over this way. We're going to pick up this sky shard on the way through. Heaven knows how many I ran past. There. Alright, let's have a quick chat to the stable master, if we can.
I sold
View the stable. Oh, can I afford that? I could afford that. I haven't bought any of them. It would make me very poor. Let's have a midnight steed. Yes.
Even the proxy queen.
Why can't I buy it? It won't let me purchase it. No. Okay. Fine then. Oh no. No, it did let me purchase it. Yes, midnight steed added to horses. Oh, wait. Well, now that I have a horse, right? Do I have to designate it?
My family has...
No, I don't. Alrighty, I'm going to just increase my carry capacity. I know I could be increasing my speed and getting places faster, but I actually like to be able to carry more stuff, so we'll be doing that. Let's head on towards the Way Shrine, which is over here. Alinor Way Shrine, which we'll unlock to make our life easier in future when we actually want to go in the opposite direction.
The Divine Prosecution requests aid.
The Divine Prosecution can wait till I get here in real... Right. Alinor Way Shrine is unlocked. we're going to go back to where that guy was shouting. And then we're going to hang a right.
Keel splitter.
And then we're going to hang
sailors and
a left. And then we're going to go and find the wonderful Valarian.
I see something within you, a glistening jewel ready to be polished, a passion teeming with brilliance, though not yet realized. Tell me, do you wish to be certified in jewelry crafting?
Tell me more about jewelry crafting certification.
A certification will allow you to fulfill jewelry crafting writs. But first, you must demonstrate an understanding of the fundamentals. Create for me a simple ring.
Harder than it sounds.
That task will be suitable to show me your craft.
I want to be certified for jewelry crafting. I'll create a ring.
Let's get started, shall we? After all, good polish takes time.
Right.
First, you must gather the required materials needed to create your ring.
Okay.
A true artisan starts from scratch, after all.
What materials do I need?
Pewter dust, of course.
We have a bit
It's
of that.
an important component of jewelry crafting. You'll always want to have some on hand, should you wish to take up this most noble craft.
I already have enough pewter dust.
Ah, so you've come prepared. Excellent. Take the dust to a jewelry crafting station. There you can begin the delicate process of refining the dust into pewter ounces. After you've completed the task, return to me at once.
Actually, I already have some pewter ounces. What should I do with them? And be polite?
Impressive. Not many have such foresight. Take the pewter ounces to a jewelry crafting station and craft a ring. It should only require a few ounces to create.
All right, I'll go craft that ring. Okay, let's go. Now, Alinor is one of my favorite places for crafting because the crafting center is so beautifully set out. Okay, it's my first reason. You'll see all of these little black arrows. That's because we've picked up crafting quests. But we are looking for the jewelry crafting station. So that's enchanting. Here we are. This is jewelry crafting. It looks very similar to woodwork crafting, but it's got a little hammer and a jewel in it. So let's use this thing. Get rid of that. We are going to... Now, this is our pewter dust. We have been collecting a rather a lot of it. Let's just refine it. I might also refine this pulverized antimony. The thing with materials, if you're short on space, is once you refine 10, you will turn it into something else. And I normally put the refined stuff when I don't have a crafting bag, which I do. I used to put the refined stuff into the bank and keep the raw stuff on me because I was always gathering stuff. It helped a little bit. Alrighty, let us create ourselves a ring. One ring. Let's go. One pewter ring. Beautiful. Now you'll notice there's no style in here. Jewelry works a little bit differently. Now that we've done that, let us wander back out. Now, if you're ever a little bit lost and you need that guidance in that top bar, just go into J for journal, go into your crafting and highlight the quest that you're interested in. And now you'll have a white marker for your quest that you want to follow.
Unlike other crafts, you will need no style materials for this task. Simply take your pewter ounces to a jewelry crafting station and create one. Craft your ring and bring it back to me.
Understood.
Well, do you have a ring to show me?
I have a ring. Does that mean I'm certified?
Not yet.
What?
We have so far only spoken in terms of creation. But the act of deconstruction is also an essential skill of any artisan.
Here we go again.
Go to the jewelry crafting station and deconstruct your ring. Or any other item of jewelry, should you prefer.
Alright, I'm not going to ask him about deconstruction. We've had that lecture from Milleneth. However, he does say it quite well. So, for the lore, take your time and have a look at it. Oh, man. Jewelry crafting. Let us go. We are deconstructing stuff. Now, the same deal. All of these little magnifying glasses means I can research something. I can't research two of the same thing at once, so I'm going to take out one of these rings this time round. So a black feather flight ring. Let's zip-dee-doo-dah, that gone. Let's go back to our deconstruction tab. You'll notice that this one is no longer highlighted, which is kind of good. Let's very quickly drop all of these away. I know, I'm actually really tempted. I have 2 lamp knight stuff, right? 2 of it would give me more stamina. I would have to sacrifice my collar of bones and my left ring of the broken soul. One item does nothing. I'm actually really tempted to grab those 2 lamp night things and put them in over there. That would be more powerful than what I've got. All right, let's do that. Let me just excuse me for a minute while I digress. Lamp Knight's ring. When you equip something, it will also add it to your collections, so we're not missing out on doing that. We'll equip that as well. There we go. I'm hoping that was kind of useful. Yeah, look at that. So we've increased our max stamina. We now have 2 items. We've definitely increased our maximum stamina. There we go. So that's like a little temporary mishmash of equipment. We'll destroy that later when we get a full set of something. In the meantime, let's just destroy all of this to make our happy, constructive, destructive fellow happy. Now we have jewelry crafting. We've updated our sets. Let's zippity-doo-dah this way. And we'll complete our jewelry crafting certification. And then we're going to earn our first parcel of the day. Hey, Felarian.
Your bearing is that of an awakened artisan.
Oh, thank you.
Have you deconstructed a piece of jewelry as I requested?
Yes, I am ready to be certified in jewelry crafting.
Most certainly. I hereby ordain you officially certified in the art of jewelry crafting. You may begin fulfilling writs immediately. Here's a small reward to get you started in your journey.
Thank you so much.
You are now free to accept jewelry crafting writs. Be advised that while the jewelry you create may be beautiful, you'll need to conduct further research if you wish to add the traits most adventurers seek.
Right. Now you will notice that we earned a few achievements there. That when we were researching for traits, which is why I didn't make you sit through his lecture again. Now we're going to toddle over here because now we have an extra crafting writ we can do. Why bother with writs, you ask me? Well, wander this way. And this is what I love about Alinor's crafting. We're going to use our enchanting table. Do I need to deconstruct anything? Let's deconstruct that thing. Alrighty, go over here. Because we've learnt all the traits, I don't need to drag you through that again. So we can just very quickly make... Your first couple of writs can be rough, especially if you haven't been gathering everything in sight. And if you don't have a crafting bag, you won't be able to do that. So you may have to go and find things. Also, before we go too much further, sometimes the nice enchanter will sell you the runes that you need. Sometimes. A lot of the time you'll have to go and get it, but sometimes there'll be runes in there that you will need. So let's very quickly craft up our piece of jewelry. We don't need to deconstruct anything because we've already done that. Alrighty. Boom. And then we're going to go over this way. So we're on our way to being able to do master writs, but we do have to level up our skills a little bit more. Just check there's nothing to deconstruct or research. Okay, we make sure that we're on the right item, on the right material. It doesn't matter with style. We do have to make sure we're on the right trait. We have researched no traits in clothing. I think we're in the process of researching one though, aren't we? So we'll get our first trait. Now, you do have to research each trait for each item, which is a pain. I can guarantee it. But it's also very rewarding when you get it done. Okay. Just refine that. I normally come in and I'll refine the things first, and then I'll head on over to deconstruction. I just made that, didn't I? So I don't need to be here. No, because no little arrow. Cooking fire. I am missing great preserves as a recipe. This is grocer. I need a chef. Alright, so I can't do my cooking writ. We will find a chef anon. Right, deconstruction. No weapons and no apparel to deconstruct. I had nothing to refine. Into here. We are crafting 2 maple bows. Up into the apparel to find the shield. We're crafting a shield. Boom, let's go this way. Over to an anvil. check for deconstruction in weapons and apparel. Find the correct weapon, make sure everything else is right. Head on across to here, grab our helm, grab our pauldron, and wander. Now, if you're not interested in being a crafter, why would you do this? Because as a warrior of any kind or as a mage of any kind, you're going to need gear. Some of the gear you're going to need needs to be crafted, and sometimes it can be hard to find a crafter to do it for you. Now, I mean, if once my crafters are built on this server, I'll be doing exactly what I do on the other server. I keep half an eye out for crafting requests, and then I do some crafting. What have I missed? Just the cooking one? Alright. Now, to find a chef, for those who are interested in finding chefs, I won't run and do this though. That's my delivery point. We're looking for a chef. So basically hover over these and it will tell you where the chef is. So in this place we can see we have a grocer, but we don't have a chef. So usually chefs are found in taverns. So there's a brewer in that one, so there's no chef in there. Where's the chef hiding in this area? Aha, at the Gilded Fork. Rightio. Where there is also a cooking fire. We could go and do our writ, but we won't because we are running... Oh, we will, you know. Let's just do it. Except that one of the reasons I love Alinor is once you've done your crafting writs in that one little space, provided you have the recipe, you can come straight down to here. So this is Zeal of Zenithar. Whether or not you've done the quest for Zeal of Zenithar to unlock it, you will still get a delightful parcel. Alright, so if you don't feel like going and doing quests to do the extra other bits, you'll still get a delightful parcel every day if you are doing crafting writs. And those things are quite useful. So, yeah. So you'll get some little extra bits and pieces even if you don't want to do anything special for the event. And that's my cooking crate. What do we get for crafting? Let's have a quick look. So I'm going to go into consumables, into containers. That way I only have to bother with these. I can just go E and then R. So you'll see we have ingredients. Sometimes we get equipment. Our ingots will give us the ingredients at the level that we're at. So this is only low level stuff because I'm only a low level crafter. Cooking supplies. So those are two recipes I don't know. We can tell by the little jigsaw puzzle-y thing. I will probably get them out. We get surveys as well. I'm going to have to be more diligent about doing surveys when my characters get them. Even if they're in areas that I haven't been. Just simply because they're a pain in the neck and they clog up your bank. And they give you good things. So parmesan eels in watermelon. This is from Zenithar's delightful parcel. So you'll see you get things for your companion. You can get repair kits which are handy. You get refining materials so you can make better quality items. And not so easy to get ingredients, and also recipes if you're crafting, or you can sell them on the market, I guess, if you're not a crafter. But there you go. So before I leave you today, let us go M for map into the locations pin. We will find Craglorn because we have not done our Zeal of Zenithar daily yet, so we will do that before we leave. Okay. Hi. Now, hang a right. That's right. Hang a right and go over the bridge. And we'll pick up our next quest and our tickets for the day. There are only a few more days left as I record this. By the time you see this, the event will be over.
Your hands know the value
hopefully,
of
though,
hard
the
work.
crafting will help you.
Come here, dear.
If you're developing a
I'm not
character
sure how
outside of the
devout
event.
you are, but Zenithar's blessing is freely given. I'm sure if you wanted, he'd look kindly upon you.
And what would I have to do?
It's not difficult. All he asks is that we learn a new skill, achieve great things.
How do I know what he wants?
Any of those labors will please the provider of our ease.
All right,
but
I'll complete a labor in his
offer
name.
a prayer to Zenithar at that altar. Or if that goes against your beliefs, I can petition Zenithar on your behalf.
I can petition him myself, but thank you so much for the offer. Alrighty, let's go. Zenithar's statue. We are praying.
Zenithar's grace shines upon you, my friend. Your work
Now,
has his
new
blessing.
character. Let's take her back to a zone where she can actually... Oh, you know what? We don't necessarily have to. I find one of the easiest things to do for Zenithars is to actually just find an antiquity. Let's see if we can find the riches. Oh, it's Craglorn though. We're going to get eaten. Actually, yes, it is Craglorn, and we are going to get eaten. Let's go back to a starter area. I know it goes into PvP zones, but won't go looking for antiquities in Craglorn. It's because there are more things that will eat me in Craglorn than there are in the PvP zone. Alrighty, what are we? Yes, so we're going to go back to our home. We haven't unlocked a lot, have we? Where did we start? We didn't start in Belfoyen, we started in Bleakrock Isle. Let's go see what's in Bleakrock Isle for us to scry. We at least have all of the way shrines unlocked, or one of them. Why am I only seeing one way shrine here? Because there is only one way shrine. What about Belfoyen, which is where we're about to go? Yeah, alright, let's do Bleakrock Isle because we've unlocked the most things there. Here we go. There are things that will eat us, but at least we know we can deal with them. Okay, so Jay, what can we scry in our current zone? Well, there are a few things we can scry that the timer is ticking down on, but we need to actually increase our scrying skills. So, rune-carved steering oar is the one thing we can scry that we don't need a lead for. Oh, that's right, I don't have that skill. Right, Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that was good. 5, 6. I'm about to run out, possibly. Oh, that was good. Alrighty. So basically you join all the little things of the same picture together. Sigh. Gonna make us run for it. That's okay. Let's go. Turning around. You'll see in the top bar, you'll see that little eye. And if you hover, if you have it in the middle, it will tell you what you're running towards for your antiquity site. Let's go. If I remember rightly, if we run through the town, it's the shortest way. What do I have here? Oh, thank you. Oh, yes, we have a... Yes, but I think I can run faster than my horse. It's alright. We'll run until we run out of breath, then we'll pick up the horse and see how right or wrong we are. We're not going to stop for these guys. Oops, we've made them mad. Story of my life. Hi, are you mad too? You're angry. Yes, angry man. That's because we wrecked their invasion plans. They're not very impressed with us. Now, where's my eye? Over there. I probably didn't need to annoy all of them. We'll just annoy a few more, shall we? What's that? Oh, that's our great preserves. Yeah, we can't buy a recipe for that here. What? Alright, now I'm lost. Ah, round the mouth of the bay. Well, aren't you a daft widget? Now you do have to irritate them. Make them all mad at me. Actually, that looks like it's up the thing. Whoops. I know what I'm trying to say. Up the mountain. Yeah, it is. Awesome. This way. Well, I think awesome. Whoops. Hello. I am eventually going to irritate someone. Hi. Bye, bye. Oh, maybe I should help this guy. I know. I'm not using a staff. Oh, that's what's wrong with me. I'm used to using a staff. Alrighty, this way. I know we helped out. We don't need to stop. We just keep going. Alright. You'll see by the way the bar at the top is blue that we're now in the area. Grab your antiquarian's eye, which hopefully you've put into your thing. Look for the little blue symbol that shows you the direction. You run in the direction of the tail. And hopefully you don't run past it. Oops. Lizards cannot jump. Okay. I need to stop for a minute. See if I can work out. I'm out of the zone. That's why. Back into the zone. Clearly I've run past it. Cute. Way to go. What are you doing? Oh, eating. Okay, well, do you mind? Right. You will occasionally have to, if you're like me, you'll have to occasionally stop and readjust where you're running. Especially if you're like me and you get distracted by, or I was going to go get that pewter over there, but there's a big polar bear sitting in front of it. Maybe we'll leave it. Oh, here we are. Excavate your dig site. We're going to find it by going, kind of just stomping our way around. That's not hot, much better. Right, maybe it's over here. No, actually, it might be over here. Yeah, in the middle then. What are we looking for? A rune-carved steering ore. That's where it'll be there. These are usually 6, so 2 by 3. The initial ones, anyway. So what I'm doing is leveling it down so we have all the same kind of rock, and then... Oh, that's right, I'm at the very beginning. I know, I don't have the area thing that I want. Well, in that case, let's be a little bit more conservative. That's what we're after. That's annoying. Okay, now you see this is our timer, and it will tell us that we're running out of time. I'm just going to try and find an extra item. Sometimes you find an extra item. Ooh, sometimes you find another lead. That's not what we're here for, though. We're here to actually fill our Zenithar's quest. So that is our antiquity that we've dug up. We can view it in the codex. So you find 3 of these to fill your codex. Go J again. Now, your codex is divided into little areas. So this is Bleakrock Isle. These are all of the artifacts that we have found, the antiquities that we have found leads for. And these are all the antiquities that we have not found leads for. Snow Treaders, you'll notice it says 0 out of 15. That's because you can find each of these leads 3 times. Actually, you can find it more than 3 times, but the codex will only count it 3 times. So, and this is account wide. So once one character finds it, the other one can. You'll also notice this is a mythic. Is it mythic? It's orange. I know, I'm trying to work out how to do it. Cloven Ritual Mask. Okay. So going to your current zone, you will see. It's a master, yeah. So the ultimate is the other one. Oh, that's going to take me a bit. So to dig up ultimates or to scry them, you need to get the highest level of antiquarian insight, which you only get a level 10 in scrying. And each level of scrying is increasingly difficult. So I think you need to get 300 or 240 items to get from level 4 to level 5. So yes, there's a bit of work ahead. I might actually do some recording of the grind to level up antiquities. If you're interested in that, I might put that on the channel for you guys to see. In the meantime, let's just hit M for map. We are going to spend a bit of money. We're going to go back to Craglorn. 19 gold. I love the cheapness of teleport travel during Zenithars because the price drops across the board. You don't have to be taking part in the event to benefit from that either. It's kind of very nice. Okay. Thank you. That's like a healing skill. It's very cute. Someone's having fun with their Arcanist. Or they're possibly just seeing how many little hoops of green they can have running around the countryside, which is also kind of fun. Let's go. Let's go talk to Fesaria. What else is up here? Oh, it's a cook fire. That's right. Alrighty. Over to Fesaria. No. Who is here?
Back so soon? Are you done with the task Zenithar asked of you?
I have completed one of the tasks you said Zenithar favors.
You've proven yourself a reliable and prosperous child of trade, dear heart. Here is the small reward I'm allowed to give out on Zenithar's behalf. Return on another festival day, and I'm sure he'll favor you again.
He will. So, the first character on your account who completes the Honest Toil quest will receive a Sublime parcel and 3 event tickets. Any other characters who do this quest?
I'll greet more newcomers to the festival.
Alright, there we go. Any other characters who do this quest on your account will receive a Sublime parcel. Alright, not a Sublime, the other parcel, the purple parcel. We'll get there. Alrighty, let's have a look at this. So we now have 3 tickets of 12. Let us go R, take all of those. We are in our containers, so we got a Zenithar's bounty. This time it was 100 gold. Sometimes it's Telvar stones. Let us see what recipes we got. Right, now these are all new, but they're all going in my bank. That's right, got to remember to do that. Miscellaneous, style page, Quama's minus Kit Jack. And if you take a look at the description, you'll see that it is available account-wide. So let us go use that. And we have learned something. A keep recall stone. Those things are very useful. If you don't want to go and find someone to kill you so you can teleport back. Or if you don't want to run the entire length of the map. You may find yourself in a position where you don't want to run the entire length of the map. Keep recall stones are helpful. But guys, I think on that note, I am going to bid you adieu. I hope you have enjoyed the 7 days of celebrating the ESO events. For July, if there is another event that comes up in July, I'll do some more with this character. I may in the middle do a whole series, a series of episodes on her trying to find the trying to level up her antiquity skill before time runs out. I may not, we'll see, because I don't want to lose some of those leads, and some of my other characters are already qualified. Rightio. Before we go, the events are Zeal of Zenithar, which we've just done. Golden Pursuits, the first Golden Pursuits for July. I don't know if there'll be another one. This is Cyrodiil Scramble, and that ties into the Cyrodiil Vengeance campaign, which you can find up the top here under the little castle, or by pressing L. And it is Vengeance. You click on Vengeance and that will pop you into the campaign, where you will be able to earn things for your Golden Pursuits. You may even actually end up killing player characters in there, which surprised me immensely when I did. So my advice, if you're new to the game and you're a low-level character, join a Zerg, try and be as useful as possible. And as by Zerg, I mean another group of players in your faction that are charging across the countryside and capturing keeps, and in general being a nuisance to all the other alliances, which is generally the intent in Cyrodiil. Just join in and do your best and have fun, because the abilities and the stats that you get in a Vengeance campaign, Vengeance campaign, very different to a normal campaign. You will actually be able to use skills that you may not have unlocked yet, but only while you're in the campaign. They will give you the equipment you need, only for the campaign. With this particular Vengeance version, there are no quests in Cyrodiil to do. There's no training in Cyrodiil to do. The Alliance and Supply skill lines are automatically unlocked for you, and the weapon skill lines you need are unlocked for you, so you can actually just go in and really give those abilities and the campaign a bit of a tryout. Yeah, but beyond that, have fun, take care, and I will check you later.